suppose it could be one of those days where the home team has another off day.
Yeah, everybody looks at it differently, don't they? I mean, we first and foremost, out of possession, have to do a job on the opposition. Whether that means us being good at that job in stopping the opposition playing or them having an off day, that's obviously up for debate. And then the other part of it is that we've got to go and try and pose problems for the team in possession, and we've managed to do that. So I think that's just generally part and parcel of the game, how we try to play it. But I don't think our first thought is as I said all along, is being defensive. We've got to do things to win the ball, which I think are basic, fundamental things that any team has to do. Whether they're Liverpool, Man City, or whether they're us or Norwich or Villa, or newly promoted sides. You've got to be aggressive. You've got to win tackles, races, and headers, and that allows you to play the football that you want to play. And recognising yet again that Brighton, we're away from home. That Brighton are going to have a lot of the ball, as we did against Newcastle and against Villa. So how do we break that down, and how do we stop them from hurting us? So I think that's just general part of the game.
You alluded then to the great job that Chris Hughton did. Is that the main difference between Hughton and Potter then? They're perhaps a little less direct and more possession based under Potter than they were under Hughton?
Different, yeah, of course. I mean, you look at the stats and they have, but Chris has given the platform to maybe go again. And who's to say that Chris wouldn't have changed the way they played if given the opportunity? He's got the ability to do that. He was a top class manager. He's a top class manager, and he did that at Newcastle when he got them promoted. But every club makes decisions what they need to do, and Brighton made that decision and picked a talented manager out of the Championship to be their next manager, and Graham obviously has had a fine start to his Brighton career.
I think just on the away record thing, I know you're not bothered about stats and stuff, but if you don't lose, that would set a new Premier League record for a promoted team in not losing at the start of the season, which would be 9 matches. It's a hell of an achievement.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, from our point of view, of course, and we're going to win. We're going. Not going to win, obviously. Not that.
There's the headline.
Yeah, don't take that as it is, but we're going to try and win. So, but we're up against a really good side. I think everybody saw how good they were on Monday night, and the results that they've had, beating Arsenal away and beating Spurs at home, and they've been good. They've been really good. Close to winning at Liverpool. So we're going to try and win, and if we don't, it's important yet again. I think points in the Premier League, keep saying, are really precious, and is a result at Brighton away from home a good result for us? Yeah, but it won't be the attitude that we take. But if it comes to that and we get a result, then that's great. And if it breaks a record, that's fantastic.
How close were you to signing Maupay in the summer?
Yeah, we had discussions with him. There was a number of players. I think there's quite a few of the clubs were sort of fishing in the same pond at the time, and we wanted to improve at the top of the pitch, and obviously Neil was a player that we knew a lot about through his exploits and fantastic performances at Brentford in the Championship.
I realise we're in the start of that month or two, or nearly 2 months, where we in the media sound like the broken record, but just give us an appraisal, if you like. You've mentioned January a couple of times over the last couple of weeks. Are you in a position, or getting yourself into a position, where you might be able to sort of press a few green lights early January to get some players through the door?
I think we'd all like to in this position, but it isn't always as easy as we'd want it to be. But yeah, we're possibly looking at 2 or 3 players coming into the group, not big changes, maybe a couple going out, but 2 or 3 coming in to give us a lift and a boost in the changing room, and strengthen the squad for the second part of the season. Whether it's sort of 17 or 18 games in the second part of the season, whatever it is after January the 1st, we need to be strong, and we need to cover, and we need to have serious competition. Players have done fantastically well so far, and and yet again, don't underestimate, even if we do bring players in, that they've still got to fight on to get into the team, and that'll be the challenge for any new signing. But yeah, we're actively looking. We'd love to push the button early on, but it doesn't always work that way, and it's not as easy as we'd like it to be.
The papers would have you believe Mason Holgate is a target, is he?
The papers would like it to be that there's going to be a dozen, 15 players that we will be linked with. There's some, as always been linked with that you think, oh, how do they know about that? And some that you think they're a million miles off. So we'll leave it at that.